What's good, y'all? It's Solution back at it with another mental gym video in which I give you guys mental exercises you can use to become extremely successful and accomplish all the goals that you are after. So let's get right into it. So today I want to talk about a very important mental exercise, and that is revenge. Because a lot of us right now, maybe not, maybe so, are motivated or driven by revenge. And the definition I came up with for revenge in the context of achieving your goals is fuel that can be used to develop skills that can help you achieve your goals. So revenge has its benefits, but it also has its extreme downside. Because when revenge is taken to its natural extreme, it is very destructive and it is no longer useful for you. But initially, it can benefit a lot of people. And that's where we get into the mental exercise for today to see how motivation, or not motivation, how revenge could either be hurting you or it could be helping you right now. So the first part of this mental exercise is use it. Use it. Because revenge is kind of split into two sections. There's the beneficial section and then there's the downside section. So first use it, then there's let it go. Let it go. Right? So first I'm going to talk about use it, of course. So what do I mean by use it? So if you have achieved nothing, if you have done nothing, if you have no skills, and by skills I mean skills that help you become successful, like you have no discipline and you have no focus, right? Using revenge at the start here can be very useful because there's probably people you want to prove wrong in your life already. People who have said bad stuff to you, people who said you're not going to be shit, people who said you can't do this, that, or whatever. There's already people who exist you want to prove wrong and get revenge against by accomplishing your goals. And you should 100% use that fuel to do what? To take action. Because a very big thing that I say on my channel is you have to do in order to become successful. Meaning you have to take action. It doesn't matter what's in your head, how much knowledge you have, all of it doesn't matter if you don't do anything. So you have to do something. And the beautiful thing is, vengeance is very strong. The desire for revenge is very strong. And you can use that desire to take action, and which is what I want you guys to do. Because if you do it, you can do what? You can develop skills that help you achieve your goals. Because the big thing here with revenge is developing skills to achieve your goals. Your goals, which would be the key thing I'm going to talk about here. But point is, when I talk about use it, I mean gain both discipline plus focus. These are the two important skills that I really want you guys to gain by using the fuel that revenge offers you. Because when you're driven by I keep saying driven by motivation, but when you're driven by revenge, you're basically going to be able to develop the skill of discipline and focus. Because obviously when you feel very mad and you want to prove these people wrong, you're going to start taking consistent action to achieve a certain goal. You're going to be focused on the activities that lead you to achieving a certain goal. And you're going to want to ignore activities that don't lead you to achieving the goal, right? You don't want to do actions that are not going to help you. So naturally, you're going to develop discipline and focus, which is what I want, because these skills are integral to you becoming successful, regardless if you have revenge or you don't have revenge, right? You need to have these skills. And if you have done nothing right now, I want you to use your revenge. Use it. It's literally free fuel, free natural fuel that has just come from experiences you have had in your life. And I want you to use it because I want you guys to become successful. So cool. So you want to gain discipline and focus. And essentially, over time, once you use your revenge to accomplish certain goals and you're gaining your discipline and focus, eventually you're going to have a grasp over it. You're going to be able to be disciplined, meaning you're going to be able to look back and see, okay, I've been able to consistently take action on these certain activities, and I've been able to consistently pay attention to activities that help me achieve my goals, right? So you're going to be able to see that within yourself, and you're going to have your motivation, which is revenge, behind all of that. But now is where we reach the point where I want you guys to let it go. Because some of you guys are already in the let it go phase, meaning you've used your revenge and it's helped you be disciplined and focused already. So essentially, you need to move to this let it go phase the minute you have mastered your discipline and focus, or you're very well aware and you have a grasp of those skills of discipline and focus, right? You need to let it go. And I'm going to tell you guys a story on why it's very important to let it go. Because as I had mentioned earlier, guys, revenge over a long, long period of time becomes very, very destructive for you. And the way I've defined vengeance in a way is it's essentially becomes self-inflicted manipulation. Like you're manipulating yourself in a way that is not serving you at all, and it's actually very bad. Because already thinking about revenge, revenge comes in existence based on somebody else outside of yourself. Meaning you want revenge because somebody else did something to you. Meaning your drive to achieve those goals comes from somebody else, not from you. Not because you want to achieve it because of something within yourself. You only want to achieve those goals because that person who did the bad thing to you exists. And I don't want you guys to do that. I want you guys to achieve your goals for you. I want you guys to become successful and do everything that you want to do and accomplish everything you want to do for you and for your well being and for your peace of mind, not because of somebody else. Because a crazy thing is, you will get your revenge eventually. That's the crazy thing. Like, you will have enough life to get the revenge that you seek, or whatever revenge is defined as for you, for whatever it looks like when you achieve the goal. But the thing is, two things will happen. If you get your revenge, then what? Your motivation will be gone. Your fuel will now be gone. You're going to be looking at your life now and be like, well, I did pretty much everything to get revenge on this person. Now that I've gotten it, I still have all this life to live and no reason to live it. You have no strong desires and motivation. There's nothing. You have no reason for why you do what you do. And or what you will do is just move the goalpost. And basically what I mean is, for whatever you defined as revenge initially and you achieve that revenge, you're going to create a new revenge to follow. Why? Because you are then now living in fear of losing the fuel. You're now very scared to lose the fuel that has gotten you this far. Because if you don't create the second goal, what will happen will be what I just said. You will have nothing to do. And you don't want to lose that. So now you're going to keep on getting revenge or keep finding ways to get revenge on this person. And now this person is controlling your life. And you're not controlling your life. And that's what makes it so bad and is why you need to let it go. And now I'll talk about a personal story for myself. So my sophomore year of high school, I really wanted to go D1 in soccer because I pretty much loved soccer all my life. I kind of started pretty late in like sixth grade is when I played for my first recreational team. So it wasn't even really, really competitive like that yet. So essentially I started soccer pretty late, but by my sophomore year in high school, I was already playing for a club team. And I was like, yeah, bro, I really want to go D1. And so in my iPhone group chat, I texted it like for whatever random conversation we were having. I remember I was just like, yeah, I want to go D1. That's what I want to do. And all my friends were like, bro, what? You have no shot at going D1. There is no chance. You know, everybody was just clowning on me, joning on me, like, bro, you're ass, you're not that good, there's no way, blah, 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 blah. And obviously, I was distraught after that. I was so angry. I was so mad that my friends could not have my back in what I really believed I really wanted to do. And obviously, that made me want revenge. It made me extremely vengeful. And from that point on, I started training by myself. And the crazy thing is, my freshman year before, I didn't even make my high school soccer team, but I was playing like club soccer at the moment. But anyway, so back to the main point. So yeah, so essentially I was just so mad. I started training super hard. I started paying attention to like how I was going to get a college scholarship. Like I was paying attention to all these different things to the point when I reached my junior year, the summer before my senior year, I dedicated the entire summer to just soccer. I didn't talk to anyone. I didn't go out anywhere. I was barely watching TV, having fun with people at all. All I did was just send out emails to coaches and train. Send out emails to coaches and train. Cold call coaches and train. I went to a few ID camps too, which are basically camps where you can like get seen and coaches can like watch you play or whatever, for you guys who don't know. But essentially that's what I was doing. That's all I did. All I did. And what ended up happening is late into my senior year, due to desperation, because I've been working so hard, playing well with my club team. Crazy thing is, my junior and my senior year, I didn't even make my high school soccer team both those years. And I think that's just because of my own personal mental barriers, because I put a lot of pressure on myself now because I wanted to go D1 so bad because of my need for revenge. And because the thing is, my main goal was actually just to go pro. And you do not, key thing here, you do not need to go D1 in soccer to become a professional soccer player. But once again, my judgment was clouded by revenge. So, point is, I got to my senior year. This is like November of my senior year. And I was like, bro, I need to get this D1 school, bro. Like, people, because this is like getting close to the point where college applications are coming back and people are getting into schools. Like, I was like, I need to get an offer. And then lo and behold, the offer came. I sent an email to a school in North Carolina called Gardner Webb University, and they'd emailed me back. They're like, yeah, like, come on a visit. Like, we want you, blah, blah, blah. It was all cap. So essentially, I went on the visit, but lo and behold, to keep the story shorter, so this video doesn't become very, very long, essentially, it was like a scam school. Like, they had a 60-man roster. 90% of guys weren't even on scholarship. It was a D1 school. Like, it was D1 in Big South. You can go check it out if you want to. It was D1. But the thing was, like, they were a scam school. They were just taking in players who weren't on scholarship to add more money to the school, basically, because I still had to basically pay. Luckily, I did pretty decent in school and I got scholarship from that. But from an athletic perspective, I didn't get any scholarship. But because it was D1, I didn't care. The obvious, because even before I had officially decided to go to the school, there was obvious red flags that this was a scam school. 60-man roster. The assistant coach who was basically recruiting me was very like trying to just, he's like, oh yeah, because I know you want to play D1, so come play D1. Like, he was very like edging me on. Like, he was clearly making it too good to be true. Like, he was giving way too many promises up front from barely knowing me off one email, had barely even like seen me play from like, because I had a pretty short highlight tape, he had barely seen me play, but he was giving me a lot. But I was so desperate to get revenge on all the people that doubted me that I did not care. And I ended up instantly committing to the school off the visit. And what ended up happening is I went to the school in fall after my senior year, after I graduated, and it was just a mess. Like I said, it was a scam school. The coach didn't care about me, value me. He was like, bruh, you're just pretty much a body here who's just paying so you can add more money to the overall school with the reserve program, because there was two teams. There was a first team, there was a reserve team. And they did not only just do this with me, they did it with all the other freshmen who came in. But generally speaking, it was just a mess, guys. And I'm just telling you guys this story to show you that when you make moves based on revenge, you forgo your own well-being. Like, it becomes very self-destructive because you stop caring about your own future. You stop caring about your well-being and your own peace of mind because you want to prove these people wrong so bad. Because essentially, vengeance is your purpose for your goals. That's my whole point here. Revenge becomes your purpose. And if revenge is your purpose, your well-being and making sure your future is going to be set in a way that actually serves you doesn't matter. Getting revenge on the person who said the bad shit about you years ago, it becomes what matters most to you. And I don't want that to happen to you guys. It's really not worth it, because that's pretty much what led to the end of my whole soccer career, because I've stopped playing soccer now, but that would be a whole other video. But my point is, I don't want you guys to be driven by revenge. It becomes very destructive. I had personally decided to ignore the red flags, not care, just because I wanted to make the status move. Just because I wanted to make that move where I went D1 and I proved everybody wrong. Because I went D1, obviously, in a sense, and then I posted it, everybody knew, they were like, damn, he actually did it. Obviously, I got the satisfaction of the revenge. But like I told you guys earlier in the earlier explanation, there's still more to do. I still had life to live after that. But because I had made the status move, right, now I'd put myself in a bad situation all in the name of revenge. But life is going to continue. And that's when I had realized I could never be motivated by revenge anymore, because it leads down this destructive path where over time it starts to erode your decision making. All the decisions you're starting to make are for the sole purpose of proving somebody wrong. And I want you guys to live for you. I want you to achieve your goals, not somebody else's goals that have been created because of somebody else. Because essentially they're not your goals anymore. They're a goal just to get rid of somebody or to prove somebody wrong. about something. It's not for you. And I want your guys' goals to actually be for you. That's the whole point of this. The whole point of my channel. So you can achieve your goals. Not so you can take revenge and then realize, oh shit, I have no other purpose in life. And then you just become a bum for no reason. I want you guys to skip that part because I wish I could have told myself this in the past and be like, wait. Instead, stop trying to force a D1 move because as I told you, I just wanted to go pro. You do not need to go D1 to go pro. So I should have went to a school where the coach actually wanted me, actually valued me, actually had a plan for my improvement and my success, and I would have had a way better college soccer career. But because I was motivated by revenge, I made the destructive move. I got my revenge and ruined my life. Not literally, but you get the point. In this context, I ruined my career. All because I wanted revenge. It is not worth it, guys. From initially, yes, use it. Gain the discipline and focus. But I was way beyond this point. Because the discipline and focus already started developing from my sophomore year. And I just kept letting the revenge control me. I made it my whole purpose for playing. Even though I just enjoyed playing, I wanted to be a pro because I wanted to obviously get paid to play my passion. But instead it became it got completely reconstructed and eroded by my need for vengeance. Now I'm just playing to get revenge. And I don't want you guys to end up like that. I want you guys to do what you want to do. I want you guys to achieve your goals and everything you want to do for your personal well-being, for your own peace of mind, for your own actual purpose that is derived from just you, independent of anybody else. Because that is what's going to make your future self the most happy. Because you care about you. You're going to have to be you. Sure, I got the revenge and got to prove people wrong. But I still had to live with the consequences that my revenge had created, which is horrible. It's not worth it. So essentially what you guys need to do is let it go. So what you have done, so once you have gained your discipline and focus, you need to find a new purpose. You need to find a new purpose for why you want to achieve your goals. And when I say find a new purpose, like I was saying earlier, you need to have a purpose that is actually personal to you. For me right now, my purpose is growth. I want to grow freely. I want to become smarter, more knowledgeable, gain more wisdom. I just want to continue to improve my ability as a human being on this planet because that's what I believe I'm here for now. And it's such a strong purpose that I'm very disciplined and focused towards. That's why I post so much on this channel because I love talking about this stuff because it makes me grow even more. Because the better I understand this stuff and the more I'm able to explain these things to you so you guys can understand it, that means I understand it even better. And generally, it's just a beautiful cycle of growth compared to the path that revenge could lead you down where it's just destructive and you're doing it for somebody else. So I want you guys to find a new purpose, and you should definitely check out my purpose video, which I'll link down in the description if you don't know what your purpose is and if you're currently just driven by revenge. Because the best way to let go of revenge is to find a new purpose. Because even if you let go of the revenge, if you have no purpose, then obviously that's still a problem. But I want you guys to let go of the revenge sooner rather than later. Once you have gained discipline and focus, meaning once you have clear evidence that you've been able to take consistent action towards achieving a goal and you've been able to be focused on the activities that lead to you achieving a goal, you need to let go of your revenge and find a new purpose. And here I will give you a good analogy to this for it to make even more sense to you. So think about a spaceship, right? So essentially a spaceship has really strong boosters at first, or a rocket ship that goes into space has really big boosters at first because it needs to get out of Earth's atmosphere. So you can think about these boosters as revenge. You're on the ground right now, you don't have discipline, you don't have focus, and you need to get off the ground to achieve something. So what you have is a ton of fuel for revenge. So you take this fuel, you put it on these big boosters, and then you lift off to beat Earth's gravity, because obviously Earth is pulling the rocket down, but with the strong boosters of revenge, you're boosting all the way out until you break Earth's atmosphere. And essentially what most rockets do, don't quote me on this, but what most rockets do is they let go of these boosters once they break Earth's atmosphere, because now the gravity of Earth is no longer pulling on them. In the same way, once you have developed your focus and discipline, you're able to be in space now, because you have the skills that are necessary for achieving your goals. And now you can let go of the revenge boosters, because now you can move around based on your discipline and focus, and you don't need these big boosters that can weigh you down. Because now these big boosters, while in space, can become destructive for you, because it's just weighing the ship down. In the same way that if you continue to hold on to your revenge after you developed your discipline and focus, it will just weigh you down. So when the rocket lets go of those bigger rockets that holds it, it lets go of its revenge and finds a new purpose for why it's in space now. And that's what I want you guys to do. I want you guys to let go of the revenge boosters. Once you've developed your discipline and focus, let go of the revenge boosters, find a new purpose. Check out my purpose video. It should help you do that. So yeah, so that's pretty much my revenge mental exercise. Please give me feedback on this. Did this make sense? Do you kind of understand how, like, yeah, revenge can definitely be destructive if you do not nip it in the bud quickly after you have used it to serve you? Because as I said, I'm not saying revenge is all bad. If you are a guy who has done nothing, you have done nothing to try to achieve your goals, use revenge, because it's something readily available. And a lot of us have people in our lives from whatever experiences that we want to prove wrong. So use that fuel to develop the skills you need, because right now you don't have the discipline and focus. So use the drive that is readily available to gain it. And once you have it, you have to quickly let go of this revenge. Because unfortunately for me, I let it continue to control me. I let it become a purpose for me. And because of that, I was making foolish, dumbass decisions because I wanted revenge. And I'm telling you guys right now, it is not worth it. Because I could have had a way better college soccer career if I actually prioritized my own personal goals and my own well-being and what my future self probably would have wanted for me. Because your future self wants what's best for you. And I wish that's how I thought. And I wish I had me to tell me this. So let me tell you guys right now, let go of the revenge. It is not worth it. Once you've harnessed the power of discipline and focus, that's all you need. Now you just need to find a new purpose that is actually going to serve you and is for you and has nothing to do with anybody else. Because you cannot control other people. You don't need to worry about getting revenge on other people. You need to worry about doing what's best for you, because you're going to have you for the rest of your life. So please give me feedback on this. Did this make sense? Or say, solution, this made absolutely no sense. You need to explain way better. You need to do way better. Whatever you need to say, drop it down in the comments, because it all helps me become a better YouTuber who can give you guys better mental exercises that can better serve you and help you accomplish your goals. Not goals that are created by somebody else that you want to get revenge on. Your personal goals defined by a purpose that you create. And please, 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 if you liked it, like the video, boost us in the algorithm so more guys can see this, and make sure they're not letting revenge get a control of their life. They use it initially as a booster to gain discipline and focus, and then they proceed to let it go by finding a new purpose. And with that being said, I guess I'll catch you guys in the next Mental Gym video. Peace.